let's get this show underway, shall we? It's great to see everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. We're going to be playing some Silent Hill 3 tonight. Hoping to do well. Yeah, good to see you guys. Let's see here. Matt, welcome in. Thank you for the Judgment Bird. Corey wishes me and chat well. Well, thank you to Corey. Hi, Dan Baby Rage. Yes, hello, super good. Welcome in. Yeah, great to see ya. Hey there, Nate. Good to see ya. Coming in with the dance who arrived. Great to see ya, Nate. Hi, Dan Baby Rage. Yes, hello, Nate. Hello. Unfortunately, Nate, you'll have to use the giant Baby Rage here. We don't have the regular one. But it's great to see you, Nate. Yeah, great to see everyone. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully we get some good runs tonight. Dad, Baby, oh God, what, Nate? Hi, hello, Nate. All right. Why don't we get right into it? See if we can get some good attempts. I was originally going to start the Mega Man 2 process tonight, but I have opted against it. I've got too much on my plate right now. Just feeling overloaded. Hey, Dodger, welcome in. And we got new games up ahead over the weekend, chat. Tomorrow we will be playing Pragmata, and then Saturday we're going to be playing. Well, if I'm finished with Pragmata anyway, we're going to be playing the new Cthulhu game that came out, which I don't know why it released the same week as Mouse PI and Pragmata, but apparently it's pretty good. It's getting good reviews. Oh yeah, good weekend ahead, chat. No, I didn't get Mouse PI. I applied for a code, but no luck for that one. But I did get Cthulhu and Pragmata, so we're gonna play those two. You're gonna try and trick me like those other two Silent Hill games did. Baby Rage. God damn it, Serial. Oh, that's way too fitting for Silent Hill, too. Yeah, welcome in. Yeah, man, the Mouse PI looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Serial was playing it today, chat, over on his Twitch channel, yeah. It looks very good. Yeah, I can definitely see doing a play of that. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I never really expect a code by any means, but I haven't gotten anything off of Keymailer in forever now. Everything I get is off of Lurkit. It's a blast for sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, Mouse PI was on Keymailer, and then oh, what else was I put in for something else as well. Oh, the 2D side scroller called Replaced. I put in for that game as well, and no luck either. That game looks really good too. That game and Cthulhu. I don't know why they decided to release this week, but if they had just like waited a couple weeks, they could have had much bigger launches, I think. They used to stand up for the small man, and not anymore. Not anymore. But yeah, there were 4 games to release this week, all of which look pretty good. And 2 of them, like I said, are going to be completely under the radar and probably dead in the streaming space anyway, right off the bat. Like, why do we do this? I mean, I know they don't know when everything else is going to release, but like, you can always adjust. It's one of those things with the game industry I'll never understand. Why they always, when they know they're going to overlap, why don't they adjust? You're the smaller dog in the bowl. Bum, bum. Let's see, 3579. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like it's a release window where it's like all of a sudden you got to be like on it and playing everything right away if you want to keep up. It's a good thing to have, I guess. Matt, that's way too real. Yeah, that's very real there. Well, one thing I will say in regards to Keymailer there is I wonder if the devs that put out for it, like, have listings on there. I wonder how many of them actually even check it. Because, you know, there is a system that goes in where they will outright, like, Keymailer can let you know if you've been declined for a game. There's a lot of times where it'll be just sitting there where you're kind of in, like, a neutral space, where they don't say one way or the other. Yeah. I mean, I know it's too big and too many people and time and everything, but it's like, you'd think they would really want people that are going to, like, represent their game well playing it and everything. You know, like, what if a channel is really big because all they do is shit on games and do it in a very, yeah, they might be humorous in how they do it, but they shit on games and make them look bad, almost as a comedy act. Is that really where you want your game to be represented by, you know, like, I don't know, maybe that's me trying to put myself up too high too. I guess I shouldn't say anything either. I shit on a lot of games I've gotten codes for, but then again, they've deserved it too. In general, I'm a little more easygoing with them, but if they're bad, I will let it be known. I can only imagine if those Legacy of Kain devs listened to anything I said in my video. They probably wouldn't have been too happy. I completely took a dump over that game. The regards are infinitely easier than Twitch's. I never paid attention. That's good to know. Yeah, by the way, the pins, I am making a new channel for the Pokemon stuff exclusively, I decided. I know it seems kind of counterproductive, but at the same point, I think on the main, like, all these, like, I think it's gonna get cluttered with other stuff if I do it all on the same one. Maybe not the smartest decision, and if it doesn't work out, I could always transfer that stuff over to, like, this channel, but I think that's actually what I'm gonna try to do with that, at least with that stuff. I kind of like the idea of this being a speedrun channel, the archive channel just being, well, an archive of the live VODs, basically. And then having one for Pokemon stuff. I think it's a little cleaner that way. For instance, Reanimal, yeah. Oh, that's a lot easier on YouTube, yeah. Yeah, that's much easier for YouTube. When you consider how bad discoverability is on Twitch, though, I'd say it's still got to be easier than 50 viewers would be. Discoverability on Twitch is like a joke. It's unreal. Like, if it didn't have all the quality chat interactions compared to YouTube, it would be very hard to justify it being there besides just using YouTube. YouTube pays more too. I'm not saying that's the end all be all either, but yeah. It's one of those deals where it's like, man, it's a shame Kick wasn't as scummy as it seems like it kind of is, because Kick and Kick's got a lot of advantages. Like 50 concurrent, it feels like you just need something to go big somewhere else. Like you need to be like a top speedrunner of a bunch of games. So a lot of people from SRC see you and want to raid you or whatever. And so their speedrun fans will inevitably follow you, or you just have some kind of thing that grasps you, but it's always going to be something that's not on Twitch itself. Unless you have something else that's kind of going in. If part of you would always consider moving to YouTube if it ever fully took off, just probably multi-stream. Yeah, I'll inevitably multi-stream, I think, once my big thing is, I've always said, I basically want to get YouTube to where it's able to stand on its own a little bit. Because right now, all my YouTube streaming is basically, it's just people from Twitch coming over here because I'm not on Twitch. But if I was on Twitch, we'd have nobody here and everybody be there, so it's kind of, there's no point to doing it apart from accumulating, just adding videos to the channel. I don't know, maybe that's not the right approach to it, but I don't know, this channel has grown a lot thanks to, ever since I've started streaming, so I don't know, maybe it's helped. I also just have a feeling that YouTube's never going to go away. Like, it'll take something bizarre for YouTube to ever end. Twitch, it feels like it could end, like, like, if you told me Twitch was gone in 2030, I wouldn't be insanely out of, wouldn't be out of my mind to believe that. Not saying it will be or anything, but I'm just saying if it feels like it's a lot more likely that Amazon just says, okay, we're done with this, and basically knocks it off. I will say though, if like the videos start doing better and gaining traction from there, where like I'd want to just make more videos of stuff, that would adjust how I do things. Though I'd probably actually stream a little less so I'd have more time to do them, but that's a long ways away. One thing I've been trying to do is just consider the long term of it all. You know, like getting it to be an older, somebody like on the older side of things in this world, something you always want to kind of prepare for. Like if you want to keep doing it as a side hustle, but maybe you don't want to, you know, you don't want to be streaming quite as much and you just want to be, I don't know. It's something like a long-term, you know. 1452. Especially if you're like trying to depend on it as well to a degree. Like, it makes up a part of your important income. You know, streaming keeps getting reduced and reduced, where if other things are doing better, it just makes sense to lean into the things that are doing better. Part of it's because my 2025 wasn't that good, so I'm kind of reflecting on that. Maybe that's what it is a little bit. So it's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I gotta think things through. Man, he moved that time. I was ready to go, and he moved. I ran right into him last time. It's up for the anniversary. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I was doing the same thing around with the 9-year one. I mean, you can. It's almost impossible not to, right? I mean, you know. It's like you don't want to be grim about it, but you do want to be kind of realistic too. Well, and there's other factors too. It's just the energy for it. You know, like I remember, like I would be able, you know, there are nights where I can do a 10-12 hour stream without blinking, but it's a lot less often now than it was, you know, a few years ago. It's just not as easy. Just kind of get worn down a little bit more and more, a little bit quicker. Yeah, definitely cereal. Yeah, you're right. We've become the boomers. Yeah. Yeah, 100% there. Now, I mean, what there is like, I mean, obviously I'm going to be playing new games this weekend, but it's not a coincidence that I've kind of started to lean in more towards the older games a little bit more here recently. That's part of all of that. Like, pretty much everything I've been playing on the channel this year is like over 20 years old. With the exception of RE9 and, you know, like a few of the Res Evils and whatnot, but in general. I'd rather kind of try to lean in and find, like, trying to relate to younger people with new games versus trying to beat folks that like older games is probably a lot, you know, I probably have a better chance at the latter there. You know, that is very true, Matt. That's very true. Yeah, Serial. I will say though, and this is kind of sad to say, but in general, from the actual content creation standpoint, I think I'm a lot happier making the stuff I've been making, like for the last, like for this year, like finally learning like this game, for example, and I'm gonna be learning Silent Hill 2 finally, and doing a lot of Pokemon stuff. I probably would say I'd honestly am enjoying myself more, so there is that. I think in general, I just do like older stuff better than new for games. You know, like I enjoyed Resident Evil 9, but I have like no desire to go back and play it anytime soon. I'm like already kind of burnt out on it, and I only played it a few times. And I'm sure Pragmatic will probably be similar. Not to say they're bad games, they're certainly not. It's just that desire, like, is just different. Like, I knew, like, within, like, 3 or 4 attempts of playing Requiem that there was no way I was going to be able to speedrun it. I knew I had to pull the plug. That's why I pulled the plug as quickly as I did. I just was like, there's no way this is going to work. It's just, it's not a run for me, and I might learn how to go like relatively fast through it to kind of do like a marathon run, if you will, of it, but I'm never gonna like grind it down for times. I just, there's no way. And it's driving people nuts online already. Like, people are just begging for the next game to come out so they can move on to it. Like, a lot of the people I know that speedrun basically full time. You know, some of the which are top runners, they I someone begging just Pragmatic or like any great speed game to be coming out here soon. Yeah, exactly, Serial. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Might be a gold. Oh no, never mind. I saved more at the nightmare than I realized. That's still not bad. Nice to see gold, or not gold, green at least at the mall split. Been nothing but red here for the longest time. But yeah. Well, I think there is. It's just a matter of doing as much as possible to be discovered doing it. I think there's plenty of people that won't, like, would be down to watch it. They just have to know it's happening. You know, I think that's the big, that's where I think YouTube's been helping me. Like, every day I'm getting comments on my RE tutorials and everything now, and it's pretty cool. Those are starting to get some major views on them. And I had somebody today ask me if I could make one for RE1 original, and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know, that's the first time I've ever had a video requested of me on here from just a random commenter. And, you know, it's stuff like that, that it's like, you know, I think that's actually where, that's some real traction there. And, yeah, so I think it's like getting people to learn through that means is the way to get it to where they would see all this stuff happening and, you know, hopefully be down to watch it and enjoy it. It really does, Serial. Also, yo, Kapow, hey, great to see you, man. Hey, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. You wouldn't mind running OG1 casually? It was fun going back to. It's my favorite speed game, Kapow. You know, for whatever it's worth, I would say definitely over the years of all the runs I've done and whatnot, it's my #1. Murder House is the only game close to it, but I would give OG1 the edge. Pretty tired but doing good otherwise. I gotcha. Yeah, I do hope the runs went well today. Yeah, maybe I will put together a tutorial then. I gotta finish the Pokemon video first. One thing that came up with the Pokemon videos that I didn't consider is I need to start making them so that way I can get the old archived runs off of my computer. I'm starting to run out of memory on my computer because I've got too many all the recordings backed up from all the challenge runs I've done. So I was like, I gotta get these done, but yeah, maybe I'll do the pincer video and hopefully finish that tonight, and then I'll do the or a good chunk of it finish tonight, and then I'll do an RE1 video. It'd be nice to get more content on this channel too, besides just the live streams as well. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, gotcha, Capel. Capel, are you gonna pick up any of the new games from this week? Like Mouse BI or Pragmata or any of them? Or Cthulhu? The sleeper gem of the bunch? I hope. I pray that game is good. I really hope it's good. The reviews have been pretty solid, but you know, yeah. Just a little bit more time. I really would just love, you know, at this point, I definitely want another PB. I don't know if I have a gold time. I'm kind of far away from like the top times. And I'm kind of like in a weird middle place on the speedrun board in this game. Like I'm 3 or 4 minutes ahead of the people below me, but I'm 3 or 4 minutes behind anybody that's ahead of me. So it's like, Nice, nice. Yeah, I was talking about Replaced as well. I really want to check that game out. I just wish it didn't release this week. Oh no. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna play, I want to play that eventually though. It looks really good. It's such a shame. I mentioned it before, the Cthulhu game and Replaced releasing this week was such a disservice to them both. I watched Serial play it today for I don't know how long, maybe a couple hours. It looked really fun. The movement looks great. Yeah, I could see it being a fun speed game. Yeah, I could definitely see that. No, it's not out yet. I think it's next week or the last week of the month. It's this month, though. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know what... I always just wonder, it's like, man, how do we get so many, like, week upon weeks where there's nothing at all, but then we'll get everything jammed into 1 week? Come on, guys. Oh. Only slightly scuffed sewer so far. Now, the problem is I'm running up against... I started this PB run with, like, a so-so nightmare, but then golds in, like, the mall, sewers, and subway all together. So it's making this a very tough run to go against in the early game. It's hard not to fall behind. I think maybe one in the Hilltop Center as well, now that I think about it. Oh, that was actually a legitimately decent movement. Go, Dan, go, Baby Rage. Oh, we're doing it. We're in it. We're gaming. Don't you worry, Supergoat. Hey, Ramby, thank you for the peanut butter quickie. Oh, wow. Yes, thank you, Ramby. That's probably my favorite kind of quickie. I gotta lie, I can't lie. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll put it this way. No. Yeah, just no. I got nothing but... all signs, all screw you, 8-Ball. I think Serial should play as my Sheva. Maybe that is the answer. Oh, man. Only if he wears the tribal outfit. I don't know what we're gonna play though. We'll figure it out. I remember we were talking about maybe doing one of the dark picture games. Actually, when we were first discussing it. Oh, Chad, I did not finish in the top 3 for the Pragmata demo challenge officially, by the way. Feels sad, man. I'm not really surprised once I saw the times, but it was still a bummer. But that's okay. We'll just go and get some crazy times on the full game instead. Hey. Yeah, I saw the trailer for the new one. Yeah, I've played the first 2. I never played Exodus, but I played 2033 and Last Light. I love those games. I've always wanted to figure out, like, I don't know if it's speedrunning or what, but some kind of content to do around those games. They are so much fun. Some of my favorite FPS games for sure. Never played Exodus though, oddly enough. But yeah, I was excited to see the 3rd one. Trailer looked pretty cool. Yeah, and it's good stuff. Oh, for $6, it's definitely worth it. Like I said, I really like 2033 and Last Light. The only downside of them, and this is a very specific thing, is there are multiple endings in in 2033, and getting the best ending, which to me ultimately isn't that big of a deal for the game experience, but getting it is very specific. It's a little annoying, but it's really not. It's not like a game-breaking thing or anything. To me, I could honestly, it probably doesn't even change my grading of the game at all. It's just something I'm mentioning. I don't know why, really, even. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend, especially for $6. And you're getting 3 games for $6. Yeah, that's very good. I don't know a ton on it, but apparently, if you were looking for like a challenge, the Ranger mode, I think that got added when they did the Redux versions. I might be wrong on that, but apparently it's a very popular hard mode, like very well done hard mode. And don't take my word too much on that though. At the same point. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, range mode too. Gotcha. Okay, we actually saved time. How about that? Yes, we don't like the red slurpers. That was a really good Nightmare Center. God damn it, Serial. I know where you're going. Almost got it. I almost hit the car there. Hey, Liam, good to see you. Coming in with the dance who arrive. Great to see you, Liam. Or should I say the people arrive? There is no dance arrive here. Yeah, I know. Not even an animated emote, period. Let alone dance arrive. Dan hates us here. Hey, you know what? Give Twitch YouTube's discoverability. Or give YouTube Twitch's chat interaction. And we'll be good. It's been going all right. We actually have a decent run going here. Yeah, I was way out of practice the other night when I was trying to play this. But it's going better so far tonight. No. I have to scale it back a little bit. I'm overloading myself. I mean, I'm gonna do it eventually. It's just I'm been a little bit more ambitious than I can handle. 5496. Yeah, especially with doing 2 new games this week. And yeah, I had to dial it back. I was getting overwhelmed, and I'm doing a lot of stuff off stream right now too, so it's been a lot busier lately. So I need to. Nice. Oof. Boy, what timed it. And did I gold on like every split in this PB I'm going against or something? Good lord. I feel like I'm playing pretty well. It's just there's no time save anywhere. I don't have anything notable that like I can say, hey, look, here's a bunch of time to knock off of this run. Damn, I didn't play that well. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Baby Ray. Okay, that was a mistake there. Hey there, Anu. Good to see you. The Knockinator, as he's so often called. Hope you're doing well, Anu. Alright, not the worst Nightmare Hospital I've done. Although Leonard is the determining factor of any quality at all, since I still can't find anything truly consistent with this boss. Feels like if he's gonna troll, he's going to troll. And if you don't like it, well, you can baby rage. Okay, we'll take that. We will definitely take that. Unfortunately, still losing time. Good lord, man, I don't get it. I mean, again, it's not perfect gameplay, but damn. This bleeding time still. So I have 10 possible seconds to save on the run back and through the haunted house here, so that's pretty good at least. Oh. All right, to the amusement park we go. Oh, chat, I am ready for tomorrow, I've got to say. Ready for that full game Pragmata. I just hope the story stuff isn't bad. I think the gameplay is going to be great. I just hope the story stuff doesn't make me just like facepalm and say, well, I'm never watching these cutscenes again. I give it a 50-50 chance for that. Yo, hey, Zax, welcome in. Hey, great to see you. Zaximus Prime, as he's so often been called. Welcome in.
Welcome to the poorly haunted mansion. We're so glad you came. Please come inside and look around. When you feel you're ready, then go through the door. Help! Help! Do you hear those voices? A family of 4 was sliced into bloody pieces in this room.
Right, Katie's, you made the low main. It was so good. Oh, nice, nice. I love low main.
The murderer was caught.
What'd you have with it? Or like, well, did you put like chicken or shrimp or anything with it?
I had to. Anyway, I'm lying. It's all just a joke. I wanted to scare you, that's all. The truth is, only one person died. By suicide. That's Danny. A quiet young man.
Chicken, and we had a box of crab rangoons. But, they were, oh, were they?
His hometown.
Hey, chicken lo mein, though, sounds good, though, at least.
After first losing
That's right, Ram Beef, it most certainly is.
Maybe you might know. Where is the path to heaven? This mansion is quite old. I'm so sorry. This place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't supposed to stop there, I assure you. There's the exit. I hope you enjoyed your tour. Please come back anytime. Or if you prefer...
Right, Ram Beef?
Come and visit you instead. That was supposed to be the exit, but it seems that no one wants you to leave. Everyone really likes you. They want you to stay with them forever.
Still lost time. Unreal, man. I feel like I'm playing really well, and it's just like I keep hemorrhaging time. Not even like huge chunks of it or anything, but it's just... Man. I just can't believe, like I said before, I can't believe the PB was this good. It's like here all of a sudden, all this time is just going to go away. Threw the rest out. Yeah, that's very, that part of it's disappointing, but I'm glad the low main turned out really good, though. I never played Exodus either. but I love the first two. So yeah, I watched the trailer for the new one. It looks, I mean, it looks good. Yeah. Oh, am I right in saying this, that Metro 2033 and Last Light are based off of the books, and then Exodus is like its own thing, and now the new one is based off of the third of the books. So there's a chance it'll be more like the first two games. Yeah. Correct? Okay, yeah, I thought that was the case. So that might be where Exodus kind of strayed from the flock a little bit, if you will. Exodus is a spinoff. Okay. Horses. Okay, that's probably about as quick as I'm going to be able to do that. There are 3 games. So Exodus and Last Light both are spin-offs, so they're skipping the second book entirely and going straight to the third book. So 2033 is based off a book. Last Light is a spin-off. Exodus is a sequel to the spin-off. And then the new one, though, is more like a direct sequel, or more like in the line of the first one. Yeah, okay. The 1 and 4 are together, and 2 and 3 are together. That's an easier way to think of it. Like I said, I really like the first game. Now we'll have to figure out something to do for the first game at the very least. Maybe Last Light as well before the release of the new ones. Figure out some content to do. Maybe a speedrun or something. Now, just keep in mind on it, my lore knowledge has nothing to do with my ability to accumulate lore and knowledge. It's my ability to care about lore and knowledge. Metro is one of the cases where I'd actually be somewhat willing to care. Since 98% of video game lore is pretty trash. Yes, man. You built your new TV/file cabinet. Hey, very nice, very nice. I didn't even know you got one, but hey, very nice. Ah, gotcha. JB is angry at you? Why is that? Rambeef over here killing NPCs? Oh, really? And we're now locked out of because he didn't let me look it up first. Oh. Hey there, Rambeef. I don't know how many legs you got to stand on this one. And it turns out that questline would have gotten you the best weapon in the game. How was I supposed to know the game would let me kill her? Honestly, this is JB's fault for not leading. Well, Rambeef, you know, there's two directions you could go in this matter, and you definitely picked one of them. Then BC's last word as she crumbled to the floor was, "Fuck it all," was it really? Oh, that's great. Uh-oh. Yeah, I kept it under 115 at least. I guess that's something. Oh man. Continuous bleeding of time. What is this last boss? It's God, Anu. Don't mess with God.
I guess it's time to roll the credits.
But as far as the challenge goes, it's Silent Hill on easy. There is no challenge. That's the answer there. But I also could die multiple times there, but I'm healing during the fight.
Dad.
You can quick heal in this. No ugly cries. You can quick heal in this game by clicking the right thumbstick. So that's what I do. That's why you don't see me heal during it. But she hits very hard, actually. Yes, no ugly crying. All right, here, chat. Enjoy the music. I'm gonna go refill my drink and everything. I'll be right back.
Spoke of torture, souls, so outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. was walking alone.
All right, I've returned.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have.
Yeah, chat, we will be doing a few long... I think all the streams this weekend may end up being longer than normal, by the way.
To the time that takes all.
So tomorrow, whenever... Like, I'm just gonna base it on when I get up, get myself together, get some food, and then I'm just gonna start with Pragmata. So it may be a little earlier than normal. But then Saturday, I may start early as well, especially if I have Pragmata still with stuff left to do.
She's gone, and fear has overcome.
But, yeah.
He was walking a mile. He was walking alone. 24 dead birds, they bleed upon the nest.
And take the day off for tomorrow's stream. You won't watch tomorrow? Anu, you're gonna be docked in pay and put on, that is a check onto your ban list. I'm just kidding. You are docked in pay though.
This town will eventually take me.
Nah, I figure I can come on and do at least just like a couple runs of this Dodger. That's all we're gonna do. We'll do one more after this.
Town will win. Through this fog they came along.
I want to get this game back in order. I need things to slow down badly though.
I felt my own creeped in. They found him dead the very next day. No more stories from him. I heard him say, we blame bad luck for his fate. Only I felt terror so great. She and he will know that someday all things will end. That misty night, that dismal moon, the dead search for their kin, while angels sleep in endless dark. The dead seek out sin.
I just pray that Hugh ends up being a lot better than he is in the demo. I could see Hugh single-handedly derailing my full enjoyment of that game as far as like a speedrun or whatever. 'Cause he's kind of annoying in the demo, but it's not enough to make me say, okay, this is just bad. But if he's like that the whole way through, like almost where it's too much of him, I might be bummed by that. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. After Death Stranding 2, fucking thing is tough as hell. I can't remember if I told you this, Serial, but to me, he is a middle ground between Homer Simpson and Isaac Clarke. Like, I can seriously just see him saying to himself, now look down and say no. No. Exactly, Anunnaki. oh man. Oh man, chat. Oh, let's not get ahead of her. Let's not fly too close to the sun here, shall we? This is attempt number 68. Yeah, by the way, after tonight, I think I'm going to have over 50 hours in this game since coming back to it. PCSX2 actually will track how much you've played each game. And we're right around 50 on this game. Which, in the grand scheme of speedrunning, really isn't a ton of time, but it is a lot of time. Not gonna lie, chat, I'm kind of getting that itch to do some Murder House running. Except doing the inevitable 100% category of Murder House. Come on, hit me harder. Hit me like you give a shit. I said hit me like you give a shit. Bitch. That's right, Rambeef. Yeah, that means we'd actually be playing the prologue. Yeah, prologue, grabbing all the collectibles, I think you just pick up everything in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Like, so, like, all the ammo, heals, everything. Murder House cereal. Yeah, just I don't know when I'm actually going to get to it, but somewhere intertwined amongst the PS2 games I'm learning will be Murder House 100% runs. Yeah, I think so, Rambeef. I think in total it adds about it's about a 22-23 minute run. So it's not too much longer than a normal run. And we will get to see the full game, too. We never did that, actually. I don't even really remember how to get through the prologue, to be honest. I have done it a few times before over the years, but it's been a while now. Hey, hell yeah, nice cereal. Very nice, man. Yeah, I definitely hope you enjoy your playthrough. I hope anybody that's playing it enjoys. Dude, what is with these posers? I don't need it to be super fast, but I'm already losing a bunch of time. This is one of the few big time saves I have on the run. I just want it to be a green. If you have a koala or a wombat, what would be your choice of pet? I don't know 100% about wombats, but I think I'd pick a wombat. You know, I think wombats are less prone to, you know, they don't have like the chlamydia and everything. All the diseases that koalas can get. I think the koala is more cute than great to have. It's like a fox. You know, yeah, the fox is cute and adorable, but yeah, until you don't want to have it as a pet. I think wombats would be easier to deal with, and they seem pretty cool anyway, you know? You got JV killed, Peepo, awesome. Wow, Ramby. Ramby, you're just tempting fate tonight, it sounds like. That's a lot better. Okay. Yeah, I would go wombat though, Ano. Yeah. You've uninstalled Helldivers too. Wow. Rambeef may or may not need to crash on someone's couch tonight. Well, I don't know what to tell you there, Rambeef. Any couch droppers in chat? Yeah, that's actually why that finally kicked me into gear, Anu, to start doing some of my videos and stuff, because I have way too much of my data taken up on my computer, so I have to start clearing some space. I couldn't even put, like, I don't have a lot of room for any games, that's for sure. Although Pragmata always will be Xbox. Yeah, that data, it goes, the games are so freaking big nowadays, man, it's crazy. How big of a download is Pragmata? Some shit. I don't mind that I get hit, but knocked over is bullshit. $31 gigs? That's not too bad. A little nice optimization from Capcom. 33.4. Gotcha. Yeah, that's not too bad. 203 or 2083. Anu, I have no idea what you're talking about. If they're stupid, then they can't be too stupid if they're making fun games. We're getting rolled by the enemies here on this run so far. Oh god, I know. Of course, this is why most great games came out before like year 2010. Everything else, it's been kind of downhill since then. Few peaks in between. Ugh. Come on, dude, hit me. Baby rage. Baby rage. Baby rage. Baby rage. Baby rage. Here, do that again. No. Here, do it again. Okay, there you go. Nice. Yeah, do that every time, buddy. Yeah, it's crazy how much of a time difference that can make. Well, you know, Anu, sometimes the resources are only there to do so much. Maybe that's just all they can really work with at the time. I think that's all they can do with what they have. Not saying it's good, just saying that maybe there's a reason to it. That does suck, though. Oh my gosh, this game is so stupid. I don't need to go into a cinematic view to look at it, especially after already getting the item for it. You went back to Deep Rock. Well, one way to look at it too is Helldivers has provided you with a ton of time. It's safe to say you've gotten your money's worth. 3961. Eight, 9, 6. That's us getting the business a little bit there, Chad. And besides, Anna, you need to get through Pragmata so you don't miss any more streams. That could be a possible distraction. I'm kidding, of course. I'll probably do one playthrough of Pragmata, then, unless it, like, changes my life, we'll probably, put it on the shelf for a little bit while I'm working on other stuff. We'll see, though. Anu, it's time to kick it into gear. No more of this slacking. That is one thing though, Anu. That is unfortunate timing for Death Stranding too, because it's a huge game to be trying to knock out before the release of, you know, other stuff within a pretty close range. Especially if you do indeed 100% it. Yeah, I don't blame you, Anu. Yeah, Anu, it's rare that, you know, at least in my opinion, it's rare to have games come out that, you know, we as gamers, especially the older we get, at least in my opinion, that really hit us that way, that we enjoy it and love every aspect of it that much. So when it does happen, we need to be sure to, you know, savor every second of it. So yeah, definitely make sure you do that with DS too. yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. That's good stuff. It's a heck of a run for games this year. I mean, I know DS2 was technically like a 2025 game, but you know, obviously the release is for a lot of people is 2026. That's good stuff. I'm hoping DS2 comes out on Xbox, but I'm not sure if it's going to. DS1 did. Guess we'll have to wait and see. We've got to hear about the Doom DLC at some point here. The game is a year old now, isn't it? Didn't it come out in March last year? Or was it a little bit later? I mean, they took a long time to do it on the last game too, Dodger, that for the Doom Eternal. But we had been hearing about it though, but since before then. We haven't heard a word about the Dark Ages DLC. Like for Doom Eternal's DLC, at least we knew like its name and everything like that and stuff like that, but they haven't, it's like they show like, it's like Doom the Dark Ages came out and kind of got mixed reception, and ever since then, I haven't heard a word about it. Which I don't know where the mixed reception, I thought that game was great. Oh, this game sucks. Sucks, man. That probably robbed me of a gold. That'll be huge. It's the game size. Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just wondering if they're gonna break it into two $30 parts like they did Ancient Gods. I'm just cursed for this game, man. Can't get anything going. I will let them cook it. Well, you know, I shouldn't have to let them cook it if I've spent money on it already. You know, like, there's a level of that to it, but if I did the pre-order deal to get the DLC, like, to get stuff, I shouldn't have to wait 2 years to get it. I do think there is a level of accountability that they should have it out before it, you know, before then, you know, like, I'm not saying it should be out like within 2 weeks of the launch, but at the same point, you know, get off your asses and get it out, or wait until you release the game so it's gonna be a little closer to being ready or something. I don't know, but man, kind of pretty shitty. I'm just gonna say it. I give it, you know, that's very low mark as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I paid for it as well already. But I guess it just makes me think there's no chance I'm going to pay for it again. You know, like they've lost my sale if they're in that regard because it took them way too long to get it out. Like, unless it comes out like within you know, here fairly soon, but it's like, I don't know. I think asking people to wait that long is ridiculous. Especially now when the game did come out to mixed reviews. I ended up liking it, but there were a lot of people that didn't. And I don't know. I'd be working extra hard to restore faith. Well, the only problem there is, though, Anna, is you paid for Dying Light. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope. I hope that doesn't become more of a trend. You know, like, I hope RE9's DLC comes out this year. I think if it takes you that long to keep, if you're so desperate to keep your game alive that you have to spread it out like that, that means your dev's rotation of things is way too slow. It means your company is not great. Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately trolled by the worm on this run. Otherwise, we'd be off to a great start. I think I probably lost time here, too. Hey, man. I gotta whip it into shape with this game. We were doing really well there for a while. I got a bunch of PBs all in a row, so now I gotta go on a cold streak is what it is. That's how it usually goes. I blame Bethesda, and particularly Ed in this case. Best game in the series, so solid 6 out of 10. I will always troll the Dying Light at least a little bit. No, not in the chat. This is actually me trolling Zax. It's rare. In fact, it actually almost never happens. Ever. Well, you know, that is true, Zax. Yeah, maybe I was selling myself short there. And doesn't, yeah, I don't like Dying Light all that. I just don't like that whole. I think it's a misunderstanding of like what kind of games I like when it comes to those kind of games. I don't have anything problem with the games. They're well-made games and everything. It's just not my cup of tea. I think the idea that I play a lot of horror games implies that I like horror. Like, I like survival horror. I don't like RPG horror at all. Like, really, like, Parasite Eve is a little different in that case. Stuff like that, but that's just a looter shooter with zombies, as far as I'm concerned. I don't particularly like this. I don't like Borderlands either. I like it okay enough, but it's... Yeah, exactly. It's like comparing Days Gone to Resident Evil. It's like the same thing. They're completely different games. They just happen to both have zombies in them. Anu and Akka got you back into Death Stranding too. Hey, there you go. Nice. Yeah, Anu told me that he showed you a couple of roads that you weren't aware of, I guess, the other day, which I think that's pretty cool. Both of those have gun upgrades too. Let's throw here. Oh, I've really thrown here in this run. I got that great opening, which is hard to get. You missed like 7 shelters in Death Stranding 2, hadn't gotten during your playthrough last year. But damn. Now, from what I'm hearing, it's a massive game. It seems easy enough to do that, though. It doesn't have. I'm surprised it doesn't have one, actually. You play it different each run. Oh, so you're figuring that's how he went cover for that. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, where. Although I think it would be cool, like, just to load up your gun or load up a new game and have all your roads already built, just to see how different it does feel. You love your truck in that? Yeah. I'm with you. I think that'd be pretty neat. Just to give it as an option, you know? And if you want to have a fresh experience, obviously just do new game. Don't be like Capcom and make you do new game plus. You can never play new game again after finishing it once. What a bunch of idiots. God. Yeah, that too, Zax. Yeah. I'm not saying any dev, and this is coming from, you know, someone that speedruns, obviously. I don't think any dev should ever go out of their way for speedrunners in terms of, like, don't do anything that could harm your game or whatever just for the sake of appeasing speedrunners. You know, like, if you have a glitch that needs to be fixed, that it's being exposed or something, you should fix it. I do believe that. However, if you do have little things that can appease that group, instantly it's like you're golden. You know, it's amazing. It's probably on speedrun.com. Death Stranding 2. It's got to have runs. The first game had runs. They actually used glitches a lot in the run for that game. I know that there's like an air walking mechanic you can do, which is pretty crazy looking. Wrong way. Yeah, like I said, as long as it doesn't jeopardize your game at all. Like, I love it that there are a lot of games, especially indie games, that understand that and will put in like a speedrun mode into their games and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that stuff's really cool. It's 4 hours? Damn.
Being invaded by.
Well, of course, you got to remember too. You'd be skipping all the cutscenes. So, assuming you know, given it's a Kojima game, I assume that's like 40 hours of content on its own, right? Like the Metal Gear Solid 2 run, like if you play the game casually, it takes you like 12 hours, but the speed run's only an hour. Because you're skipping all the cutscenes. It'd be like Final Fantasy, when I was doing Final Fantasy X those for a little bit with the cutscene remover. Like, yeah, your game is randomly now 5 hours long. Or it goes from being 10 hours to like 4 hours long, actually. Metal Gear Solid 4 is just like, it's just insane at that point. There's a part, I really do want to play that game again just because of it might be the most ridiculous game I've ever played. Like, Kojima's head is so far up his ass in that game, it's actually fascinating. Yeah, exactly. It's an easy stream game. I could fall. I could take a snap during the stream. Easy. In all seriousness though, I do actually legitimately want to play that game again. It's just because it is like insane. Its existence and everything about it is out of this world. Like I put it, there's like this weird grouping of games that they shouldn't exist because of how they are, and somehow they do. Like Deadly Premonition is a good example of one of these games. Like, that game has no business existing, but it's a fascinating game. I actually really like that game, but it is, like, out of its mind. And I think Metal Gear Solid 4 really actually belongs in that group. I know it, like, is a concluded game to a big series and everything, but at the same point, it's just nuts. Is on Metal Gear Rising too. Now, see, Anu, that's because you're a man of culture. The greatest Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Rising. I don't know how much of Metal Gear Rising I actually even really like. I just love the last, like, cutscenes of Armstrong. They're so good. That final like hour with Armstrong is some of the best stuff I've ever done in a video game, because again, just how ridiculous it is. But it's very very good. It's kind of like the, you know, like you watch a movie and then you know you're like watching a movie just so you can get to like one particular scene. It'd be kind of like that for me with Metal Gear Rising, but it's so good that it's so worth it. The memes, Jack. He's so good. Yeah, he's so good. A lot of people don't like him. I think it's because he like feels too real or whatever, but I don't know. But I think he's brilliant. He's one of my favorite video game villains, period. The memes. What are we shooting at? Dan, I rate this game high on the spook factor scale. Oh yeah? Welcome in, Midland. I give this game, yeah, well, there's parts of this game I guess get up there pretty high. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's fair enough. Not sure you've played a Metal Gear Solid game. It's a weird franchise. Overall, like, I think it's maybe the single-handedly. I find it's weird because I do really enjoy most of the games I've played. I've played 1 through 4. And I would say I like pretty much all of them. I especially like 1 and 2, and 2 being my favorite. But that all being said, it's an odd situation where like it has decent stealth gameplay at its core. It has some really interesting characters, great music, all that stuff, great presentation. And then it's just completely out of its mind in other regards. It also is very fart sniffy, if you get what I'm saying, with a lot of the way its dialogue is delivered and everything. The pretension is oozing off of it at times. That's just Kojima there, though. But at the same point, though, with all that, it's quite the experience to play. I think that's where it's so. It's just it has a fascinating existence in game. You know, so I would recommend always trying them out, or at least watching them. Stupid white car. Any fart sniffers in chat? Yeah, I mean, the people that call Kojima the pure, like, you know, the freaking Stanley Kubrick of video games are the people that probably would be doing that, Rambeef, but... yeah, but, you know, nevertheless, it's still fascinating stuff. Because there's nothing else like it. I think that's a huge selling point, too. There's copies of almost everything. There aren't really many copies of Metal Gear. For better or worse, you know? Like, I don't think you really could copy it in the way they do. Figured you like it because of Death Stranding. Yeah. It's worth a look. It's worth a look. I would definitely say. One, 2, 0, 4. Of course, again, you have to brace for the long cutscenes, though. Like, Anu mentioned it. There legitimately is like a 45-minute cutscene at the end of 4. It's crazy. I think 3 is, well, 1 is probably the most contained as far as that goes, but that's probably just because it's on the PS1. But there's some of, I mean, like, sometimes it's just like, you guys are nuts, just shut the hell up. I'm planning to play 2 at some point here. It's one of the candidates for the PS2 marathon, actually, is Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't think you need to see 1 to experience 2 either. If you'd be worried about that, I don't think that would matter too much. Yeah, that can happen. That's probably something I'll be doing after I get Silent Hill 2 learned. You know, which we're doing 3 now, and I did 2 last week, so we're kind of... Probably by the midpoint of the year, we'll be ready to do that. So yeah, I'll be Metal Gear on this channel. God of War originals? Nah, they're too long. I love playing those games, don't get me wrong, but they're just too long to put for the speedrun. Now that could happen, yeah. Twisted Metal Black I would love to do. I don't know how it would be as a speed game, but I did love Twisted Metal Black back in the day. 6427. Yeah, that was one. That's one that's in the consideration for the PS2 roster, the marathon roster. They're long. Well, there aren't long games on it. They're long speedruns though, because there's not much you really like. You know, they're just kind of that bulk game, you know. Uh-oh. 6427. I don't know what I was thinking. The only problem with Twisted Metal Black is I'm probably like dog shit at it, especially nowadays. I used to be pretty good at it. Like I got all the achievements on the PS4 version for whatever that's worth. When they ported it over. But I'd probably be really bad at it now. Go, Dan, go, baby rage. Oh, we're going, Serial, we're going. We're doing it, we're in it, we're gaming. D-Rust, yeah. I think you use good old Mr. Grimm in the speedrun, by the way. The legend himself. Yeah, we're not doing that, Anu. Anu, that would be cheating. and that is illegal. NASCAR 98 with the paint gun cheat. Oh god. Matt and I used to do that on the PS1 version of that game. We're doing illegal stuff. Speedo awesome. That's right. The paintball cheat was god tier. Yeah, you remember that was the era of paintball mode. You know, like, I remember GoldenEye had paintball mode famously, and there were a lot of games that threw them in there. Classic legal stuff. Early. Yeah, I was talking about the paintball mode on NASCAR 98, how we used to go and shoot people. That's pretty much all we ever did with the game. I don't know how much we ever actually played of the regular game. Oh. Thankfully this run's dead anyway, but I don't... Flirting with Disaster, that's right, yeah. Flirting with Disaster was in, you better believe it. Vampire Countdown? Okay, so I wasn't going to announce this, but since Anna, you mentioned that game, I am gonna do a little bit of I'm gonna try a little bit of a slight sub goal over on Twitch of doing a really bad PS1 game, and that game's actually gonna be on the list of Countdown Vampires, which, good freaking god, is that game shit, man. But it's a Resident Evil clone, so I think I'd be able to actually get through it. But, oh lord, man. That's actually going to be happening tomorrow. I just didn't announce it yet. But since you brought that game up of all random games. You still have Flirting with Disaster on your playlist? Hell yeah. Croc? I used to like Croc as a kid. I don't know where I'd rank it nowadays. Yeah, watching Serial play it seemed fine. Yeah. You never played Croc? It was pretty fun. I don't think I ever finished it though. But I do remember playing it. Need for Speed in sports games? Oh, Serial's really good at 3D platformers. I'm dog shit at 3D platformers. I'm good at 2D ones, but 3D ones I'm awful at. Hence my insane hatred of one Super Mario 64. Anyone remember Lucky Luke on PS1? Yeah, that one. I feel like I've heard that name before, but that's a very, very loose just recollection of the name, let alone the game action itself. Figures he's perfect on a run like this where there's no chance of a PB. Like a cowboy shooter type game? Ah, okay.
Why did you send her to...
It's making sure to remind you to like the stream, which, by the way, you guys should like the stream if you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it and you don't want to like it, well, too bad. Like it anyway. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 subs on YouTube by the end of the year. Might be a little ambitious there, but you know, we are trending in the right direction at least. Tell us what to do. I will force the like, comment, and subscribe against my will. People, awesome. Oh goodness. You know, like, there's a thing, like, so, like, I am working, I'm planning to do the voice work for the Pincer video after this stream. And I'm trying to think of how I want to work that stuff in. Because I do think there is something to doing it. Because it does kind of remind people to do it if they haven't already. But at the same point, I always just kind of wince when I do hear it. So I'm trying to think of a good way to kind of like say, hey, make sure you do this without saying, hey, make sure you do this. But I might just come out and just say it too. Click the buttons to show support, Danzu Happy W. Like this channel or I will be sad. You don't want me to be sad, do you? Oh, you do. Oh, fuck you then. I have to do food reviews in my car. Oh man. Yeah, somehow that doesn't surprise me. Nightbot and 8-Ball, they are an evil combo by all accounts. See, you know, Bot Survival, he's a nice guy. He's a legend. He's an OG, you could even say. But Nightbot and 8-Ball, and you know, in tandem together, they're pretty heavy trolls. I think it's safe to say. Not as bad as this big hole, but big hole. I did 8-Ball. I activated it, I guess. I gave it life. And this is what I get for that. I know you never would, but I swear if I ever saw you do that mukbang stuff for car food reviews, I would... Yeah. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to doing like some kind of movie reaction / review, but I would never do a food one. And even if I did, it's not going to be the way it is. Like a lot of what you usually would see. Where you have the most ridiculously clickbaity title ever, and it ends up not even being halfway true, and then you have the most phony looking reaction on your face possible. I'm not saying there's something to that, but at the same point, you know, I'm not saying don't have fun with it, but at the same point, it's just so played out, and it's so phony. Like, if you're really as crazy as you acted that picture, then so be it, but 99% of people are not. But yes, but when it comes to the food stuff, though, that's like taking it to the extreme level of that. My question is, how much better is it if I would happen to do it in my recliner and not the car?
Welcome to the Borley.
Do I get any points for that?
We're so glad you came. Please come inside and look around.
I think the only food review I've ever watched on Twitch or on YouTube is Review Bra. And I watched him just because he randomly popped up in my feed one day, and I have to admit, it was so ridiculous looking that I had to click, and then I watched it, and I had to admit it was pretty funny.
Was sliced into bloody pieces in this room.
Oh, it's the worst, Zach. Yeah, I agree.
The murderer was caught.
This video game committed arson on my parents' house. Poggers.
Because I felt I had to. Anyway, I'm lying.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
I wanted to scare you, that's all. The truth is, only one person died.
exactly. That's exactly my point, Siri. Yeah, I hate that stuff. Review Bra is funny too. Yeah, I've only watched a few of his, but at the same point, I'll put it this way. If you're gonna do it, at least he found an angle to do it, you know? And he seems pretty much like, I could believe he's like that every single day.
His hometown is New Orleans, but he came.
He's been doing it for like 16 years at this point. Damn. Holy shit.
Oh, maybe you might know. Where is the path to heaven? This mansion is quite old. I'm so sorry. This place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't supposed to stop there, I assure you. Come back anytime. Or if you prefer, we could come and visit you.
Now, one thing with the Pokemon videos, I'm gotta make sure I avoid too. So, like, I'm using the tech that another YouTuber created. Like, he made the overlay and all this stuff, and he said he's cool with people using it on their channels. And he does similar stuff to what I'm doing, not the same, but it's pretty close. And I will say, I want to make sure I avoid getting too much where I'm trying to copy somebody else's stuff and doing my own thing. It's like the whole idea of like you try to be them and here you're gonna lose to them out there, you know, the funny ball line, but and not necessarily like trying to imply it's a competition, but at the same point, I don't want to come off as like a, you know, like I'm parroting somebody either. His first ever review was 15 years ago of an energy drink. He's always worn a suit. Good Lord, I don't know how he does that. You warn us it once, never again. Okay, apparently we missed completely. It's a literal broken video. That was weird. And man, if you ever need to wear a suit again, I say just go with the classic tuxedo t-shirt. You know, it truly can't be beat. And shorts, yes. You can't hit her while she's down like that. Hey, I saved 3 seconds. We're coming back. Bro. What a dirty bitch, man. Alright, let's try and finish this out somewhat strong. Yeah, that wasn't very good. This school, I swear, it's just a troll. All right. Go, Dad, go, baby rage. Oh, we're going. And we're going somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going somewhere. We're going straight to Pragmata. That's where we're going. Oh. This is gone. Oosh. God. What are you shooting at? This game's auto aim sucks. I mean, you know, I don't expect much, but I expect the auto aim to automatically aim at the target we're aiming at. You know, I think that's a safe. Ugh. Eesh. Pragmata is available for me to play now. The day is here. Epo. Awesome. Hell yeah, Serial. Hey, thanks for the GG. Thank you, Super Good. Thank you, Rambeef. Oh, it was a rough week for speedrunning this game, but it's okay. We'll get there. We will get there.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. You must have the will. This movie doesn't end the way we want.
But GG, or GG, but also it's that time. Yep, it is that time. Time to hug the nuggies. But hey, we'll be on tomorrow all day with Pragmata, and I'm getting all day Saturday with either Pragmata or the new Cthulhu game. Finishing Cthulhu on Sunday if need be. One more run. No, I got recording to do after this, so my night is far from over, but it is for what I can do on stream.
So outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. You must have.
Baby Rage, well, I'm sorry, Super Goat.
This movie doesn't end the way we want. All the time when he shouts at the moon, she's gone, and fear has overcome. He was walking the mile.
Oh, wow, Ramby. You too.
Was walking
After all I've done for you, wow.
4 and 20.
You didn't take my side earlier against JB. Well, I mean, there's only so much I can do, Ramby.
Dark creatures singing a terrible song. The rest of the bar laughed at him. Only I felt my own crept in. They found him dead the very next day. No more stories from him, I heard him say. We blame bad luck for his fate. Only I felt terror so great. She and he will know that someday all things will end. That misty night, that dismal moon, the dead search for their kin, while angels sleep in endless dark. The dead seek out sin.
I said it earlier about how I wouldn't mind learning the 100% D-Rust, but not anytime soon, so if that's what you're talking about. Alright. Baby Rage. Hey, William, welcome back. William, you're back just in time for the ending of stream. Oh, Chad, I've got stuff I have to do. Especially if I'm going to be streaming for like 10 hours tomorrow or more. Oh man, not very good runs today. Yeah, I mean, we got the bad worm fight. I've got good Leonard fights all day for what that's worth. Everything else was bad. No, Liam, no. But yes, Chad, I do appreciate you all hanging out and everything. It does mean a lot, yeah. And unfortunately, the runs weren't very good, but we'll get there. Got to get back into PB form or whatever. I was zoning there for a while, and then it's like, you hit that wall, now we gotta push through and get through it eventually. Hey, thank you, Super Goat. Yeah, thank you guys all so much for being here. Yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow, like I said, on Twitch. We're gonna be doing a full stream of Pragmata. I'm hoping to I'm not like gonna rush it by any means, but I just in my mind feel like I could finish it. But you know how that is. But yeah, we'll see how long it is, I guess, and everything. But yeah. Like I said, appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back then. If you want to see more stuff on the stream, make sure to subscribe. I'll be back here on Tuesday. We'll be doing more Silent Hill 3 most likely. And yeah, doing the old speed runs. Yeah, we do a lot of speed runs over here. But yeah, you guys all have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Yep, have a good one.